Way. Immediate overpass. And now the center Furbringer sets it up to Collier. A little tapper over the top. She's got it.
Well, unsurprisingly, the first two players who really are getting involved for Wisconsin are the two players we just talked about. Charlie Furbringer, Mimi Collier. Perfect set. Just a nice little dump over the block from Collier. And a good start for Wisconsin, getting the first point, just like they did against EIU.
Now Kristen Simon with the serve. It's long. Both coaching staffs telling us serve receive is going to be so valuable in this matchup. The Badgers did a good job yesterday. But now it's the Tar Heels. Back at the service line, it's Jackie Taylor. And back-to-back service errors. You got to think the nerves are really coming into play here, Carter.
Absolutely. I mean, UNC, they were in this position last season, but they've had a bit of roster turnover, so some of these players not quite used to this. Meanwhile, for Wisconsin, even though they're always in the tournament, still a lot of changes to their lineup, so a lot of players getting some good opportunities. So,
oh, and Thorpe is blocked. Collier, Booth, two of the best in the biz teaming up.
Yeah, it's that double combination of two all Big Ten first-team players. Carter Booth, who had a great game against Eastern Illinois, always so dominant on the block and just able to get up and push that one right back into the court.
The Badgers hit .435 as a team yesterday. Booth went for the overpass. Free ball for the Badgers. Horner will set it up. This is Mimi Collier again.
Mimi Collier already so active in this game, was just a part of that block, and now her second kill. She is able to get so much power behind all these hits. And, you know, North Carolina, they're one of the best blocking teams in the nation, but Collier just so smart, knows exactly how to attack it.
Yeah, you said it, Carter. 30 blocks for North Carolina yesterday, only 8 for UTEP. That was the big difference. But again, it's the Badgers out to an early lead, a 4-0 scoring run.
Yeah, this one's just long, trying to get UNC's best offensive player, Sophie Hampton, going. She's going to be really important in the first team All-ACC player.
Furbringer, another short serve. Barrett sets up Thorpe. And Chelsea Thorpe, talk about her in the open. Just what a player and what a showing yesterday, 12 kills.
Yeah, it was her 16th game this season with double-digit kills. It's been a career season for her. She's had career highs in kills, attack percentage, digs, blocks, points this season. And now she's on the biggest stage, has been showing out really well.
Redshirt junior from Chicago. I'm sure there's a lot of Thorpe fans in attendance as another service error for the Tar Heels, but there's just a lot of North Carolina fans in general in this building. Just a lot of fans in general, such an electric atmosphere, but there is quite a bit of blue behind the Tar Heel bench, Carter.
Yeah, huge credit to those fans making the trip out to frigid Madison. But it's always such a joy to have.
Oh, a nice serve from Collier, and Vigic caps it off.
Welcomed her with open arms, and it's been nothing short of incredible. Head coach Kelly Sheffield said something that surprised him was how goofy she was, but he's not surprised with the season she's been having and that she keeps raising the bar, getting more and more confident, and we're seeing that come out tonight, guys.
Thank you so much, Rachel. 2 early kills for Mimi Collier on just 2 swings, and she really is kind of, obviously, 1 year over next, so very different teams, but that Sarah Franklin role of the go-to attacker for the Wisconsin Badgers, Mimi Collier has taken that role, and she has really done a terrific job.
Absolutely. It's such a luxury to be able to replace a player as good as Sarah Franklin with Mimi Collier, but that's just the kind of culture that Wisconsin has built, where those top-level players want to come and play for Kelly Sheffield and play in this environment, and Mimi Collier has taken full advantage of that chance.
Swing a little bit long from Hampton. Second error of the day. North Carolina, although they looked terrific in the final 3 sets against UTEP, they did fall behind in set number 1. And although they did lose that set, they brought a lot of momentum with them to set number 2. Ellie Wardlow, the serving specialist, proves that's why she has that role. A solid serve catches the Tar Heels out of system. Andrew over the top. Now this is Kaza on the set, and the swing from Smith is true.
Yeah, Lainey Smith, another one of those players they're going to want to get going. Had 7 kills in a game in the NCAA tournament last season with Illinois.
And Smith had 9 kills yesterday on just 17 total attack, good for 471. And North Carolina just looks so great in the middle two sets in particular. They hit 125 in set 1, then 588, 542 in sets 2 and 3 respectively. If the Badgers have to play that version of the Tar Heels, they're going to need to play their best ball to compete. Grace Egan, the Ohio State transfer. A little miscommunication on the set. And now Furbanger, the back row attack to Collier. On the overpass, it will just hit out of bounds.
Again, just the power that Mimi Collier is able to get behind these hits. And really close to hitting on that line, but Mimi Collier, she can attack from so many different spots on the court, and she is one of the best back row attackers in the nation. She just showed it there.
Yeah, good point. Sienna Casa on the set there. She was on that Charlie Furbringer swing, then it was right at her, but just so difficult to judge. Casa gets a spot of revenge with a well-earned assist.
Yeah, it's setting up the freshman, Bridget Malone. Nice hit, get it off the block at that point back. North Carolina, they're going to remember what happened yesterday and know that they're a team that are good enough who, even if they can't take set 1, they're going to be still competitive through the rest of this game. They just want to stay close, build some momentum, even if they don't win the set.
Another big-time Badger block. This time it's Ellie Andrew.
Yeah, Alicia Andrews had a career high in blocking this season. The transfer from Baylor. It's been so crucial for Wisconsin to be able to have her come in and give Carter Booth these breaks and have such a good blocker at all times in the middle.
Long point on display. Malone over the top. Furbringer gets Andrew out of the way. Collier gets blocked. Thorpe shoots it by. Egan keeps it up. Now another try for Mimi Collier. Tar Heels turn to attack. May the libero. And an endless point belongs to the Tar Heels.
Yeah, the Wisconsin fans thought it was going to be theirs, but what a rally that is.
Well, I think it may have just been changed to the Badgers. It was such a close call. And it seems like North Carolina head coach is having a word with the officials. Mike Showdown,
looking at that replay, definitely looks like it did touch on the line. So right call to give it to North Carolina, but what a rally that was. That's why we love this tournament and postseason volleyball.
Another nice Tar Heel serve. Barrett to Thorpe. Now Vigich with the set. And Collier, another kill.
This is why Mimi Collier is so tough to play against, because even though she's going against a team which is 5th in the nation in blocking, it doesn't matter. She puts it off the block, it goes out of bounds because she puts so much power behind it. And it's just making this job so tough for a really talented UNC defense.
Coach Kelly Sheffield, a few words to Kristen Simon, his libero. And it's a good one. Now Simon the bump set. Collier is blocked. Thorpe again. She has been unconscious in December.
Yeah, as good as Mimi Collier is attacking, there's a reason why North Carolina is one of the best blocking teams in the nation. And finally, Thorpe is able to get the better of Mimi Collier on this one.
Wisconsin still up 5. The Tar Heels will look to cut into the deficit. Furbringer to Booth off the slide, and that will find the hardwood.
Carter Booth, who has had a career best in offensive efficiency this season, and her partnership with Charlie Furbringer is one of the best in the nation. Just the understanding of where they're going to be. Of course, 2 of the players who were on the team last season, so they've already had that chemistry built up, while a lot of the other members of the team have had to build some of that chemistry over the course of the season.
Booth, the captain, won Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago, hitting over .430 on the year. May the set to Hampton. Charlie Furbringer with the impressive dig. This is Egan. Down the line, point Wisconsin. They lead by 7.
Fantastic placement by Grace Egan, just finding the gap in that North Carolina defense. And now we're starting to see some of the depth of Wisconsin offensively. at play. We've seen a lot of Mimi Collier early on, but Grace Egan, she's just as capable of getting those points.
Egan, 2 kills on 3 attacks. Oh, big time detonation. Sophie Hampton.
Great job by North Carolina there, knowing that they're in a bit of a hole down 7, so they go right to their best offensive player, Sophie Hampton. Just really well hit, able to fit it in between Vigic and Furbringer.
First team all ACC, the beating heart of this Tar Heel offense. A very long set from Furbringer. Now the libero May to Hampton again. An overpass for the Badgers. Booth soared in, but it was not enough. It's Hampton again.
Yeah, Sophie Hampton, you can't be giving her opportunities like that. Just a bit sloppy from Grace Egan, gives it that easy chance. Carter Booth a bit late to get there and try to get the block.
The freshman Sienna Kaza with the serve. And that will just get out of bounds. Mimi Collier patiently waiting for that one to fall. Her 5th kill in set 1.
Yeah, 5 kills for Mimi Collier, and I think 4 of them have been in that same way as this last one, just hitting it so hard that North Carolina is just unable to handle it and keep it in play.
Collier also strong from the service line. The long set from Bollinger. Collier from the back row, a whistle and a net violation on the Tar Heels. We'll take a look now at head coach of the Badgers, Kelly Sheffield. Such an illustrious career, has made the round of 16 every single year he has been at the helm of this program.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable for Wisconsin ever since he arrived in Madison. He took them to the national championship his first season, has brought them to 2 more, including the one that they won in 2021.
Now the Badgers with this revamped roster, hunting for more tournament success. And North Carolina will call a timeout. Wisconsin in rhythm. They're hitting over 400 in set number 1.
It's just a great job that he's done to get them to this stage.
Service error on Collier. And yeah, Carter, North Carolina, obviously they make the tournament last year, but when you do it that second year, it feels like that foundation that you've laid has officially hardened. And just what a job for Mike Schell to really raise that bar for this program, competing in such a difficult conference.
Yeah, and especially doing it having lost his leading scorer from last season.
Una Vigic, the block's not up, and that is easy money for the Serbian.
Vigic, who is so good against Eastern Illinois. Had 10 kills in that game. This is just another one of the many offensive weapons that Kelly Sheffield has at his disposal. So many different ways that Wisconsin can attack their opponents.
Wardlow, the serve specialist, proves why she holds that role. It's a service ace for the freshman.
21st ace of the season for Natalie Wardlow. You know, you always need players who are able to step into a role and do it well. Natalie Wardlow has excelled as that service specialist, as you said.
Oh, Casa, the strong set. And Bridget Malone punches it through.
And second kill of the day now for Malone, the freshman who has played sparingly this season, just 35 sets played entering tonight.
Well, she got 19 swings yesterday, 3rd on the team. And that's another kill for the talented freshman for the Tar Heels.
And emphasis on talented freshman because she's just one of 2 freshmen on this team. The fact that she is excelling and playing on this stage as a freshman shows the trust that Mike Shaw has in her. And 3 kills in this first set, really impressive.
Her future undoubtedly bright. That ball dancing on the top. Vigic went for it. Andrew in return. Smith kept it up. Malone again. Simon dives in. We play on. Vigic got it. The field house is on fire as the Badgers lead by 8 and have reached 21st.
Another just perfect set by Charlie Furbringer. Vigic, it's in the perfect position. Vigic doesn't have to change anything on her approach to that and is able to get so much power behind it.
Smith with a set to Malone, and Malone sneaks it by Grace Egan.
And UNC being smart, they're just playing the hot hand. Bridget Malone playing fantastic right now. She's got the last 3 points for North Carolina. And with not seeing a whole lot from Chelsea Thorpe so far in this game, having players like Malone able to step in and produce is really important.
Oh, the back set from Furbringer, and Vigic does it again. Furbringer so terrific this year, but her role has only expanded in the tournament. Addie Horner, the backup setter for the Badgers, out. Didn't play yesterday and is not in uniform today. Barrett to Thorpe. Steps into it. Now Furbringer to Collier. She gets blocked. Thorpe read it well.
Another block for Chelsea Thorpe. And as you said, read it really well. Mimi Collier got the better of her the first couple goes she had at Thorpe in this set. For the last 2 times, Chelsea Thorpe has had an answer. A part of that fantastic UNC block.
Wisconsin hitting .435 so far. Andrew over the top. May slides in. Barrett sets it up. And now another try for Thorpe. Furbringer is there. Bump set Simon. Collier! Into the student section. A temporary souvenir. I don't know about you, Carter, but I'm taking that ball if it comes to me.
Oh, absolutely. 100% agree. Another great hit for Mimi Collier, but it all starts with Charlie Furbringer, who she's just everywhere on the floor for Wisconsin. Got that initial dig, and then Mimi Collier, it's just routine for her. Another powerful kill. It's been a fantastic first set for Collier, 7 kills.
And Furbringer also with 4 blocks yesterday as well. Just such a complete player. Just in her sophomore season, another terrific back set. This time it's Carter Booth who gets the kill.
Yeah, UNC really struggling to handle some of these attempts and attacks from Wisconsin. It was Bollinger there, unable to control it in the back row. Wisconsin has been aggressive with how they've attacked, and UNC has not been able to cope with it so far.
May to Barrett. In system swing. Collier again. But it was just a little long. Collier wants a challenge.
Yeah,
it felt like just with so many hands in the air, it was unlikely it didn't touch anyone, but just a matter of could you prove it? And now it is set point for the Badgers. Crowd on its feet at the Fieldhouse. Free ball for the Badgers. Furbringer to Booth for set 1, and it stays up. Barrett, the terrific adjustment. Furbringer, the setter dump, she's got it. In the door. So much on the line, only 1 spot in the round of 16 available between these 2 teams. Just, I mean, Carter, us being up here, we can feel, I can only imagine what these players are going through.
Absolutely, but I just love the approach by Mike Shaw to just tell his players, yeah, embrace it. It's exciting that you're on this stage and you get to play in the NCAA tournament.
Charlie Furbringer ended set number 1 with the setter dump. She gets the Badgers on the board in set 2 with another try.
Yeah, it was a good job by UNC, able to get that first point, start on the front foot, try to build off of set 1, even though they weren't able to make it as close as they would have hoped. But Furbringer, good response. Again, that setter dump, she is so good at it.
Thorpe. Give it all she had. Furbringer, the push over the top. Barrett. Oh, just a little bit. Could not catch the tips or the block. Sophie Hampton, an error to her name. That was close.
Yeah, it's not easy to avoid the block of Carter Booth, but that all started with another really nice dig from Grace Egan. We've seen a couple of those already in this match. Is able to keep Wisconsin alive and give them another chance. They're able to get the point to take the lead.
Furbringer with the long set. Collier! Charlie Furbringer, another incredible assist.
And again, Mimi Collier, she has been unstoppable to start this match. Just so powerful, able to find the seam in the defense and perfectly placed.
Hampton off the block. Nice dig from Simon. Another long set, and Collier has done it again. This time it's Vigic with the pass.
Mimi Collier already up to 10 kills in this match. That was a really nice dig by Kristen Simon, who's a part of the All Big Ten freshman team, had a great performance against Eastern Illinois yesterday. Was a part of that incredible highlight reel play between Collier and Simon on that long defensive run. Just a great defensive play to give Collier that chance where she takes full advantage once again.
Thorpe gets the kill. And yeah, you alluded to that play. I mean, Collier, she went all the way onto the cement, off the hardwood, and into the crowd. And that's one of those where, as a coach, it probably gets you a little nervous, but you got to respect the mindset that's on display.
So this is the time where you have to be giving it your all, especially for a player like Mimi Collier. This is her last chance to go get a national championship.
And she is playing the best she can. 11 kills already.
This is just incredible from Mimi Collier. She had 10 kills all of last match against Eastern Illinois. Now she's already up to 11. Mimi Collier is not playing around. She has her eyes set on the regional semis.
In Wisconsin with a definitive sweep yesterday. The game just under an hour. So this Badger team, they are rested. But North Carolina is prepared. Sophie Hampton found plenty of room.
Yeah, it's been a slow start for Hampton. That's her 5th kill, but already has 4 errors, but well placed there, able to get it down right in front of Vigic. And now she's going to get a chance at the service line.
Ooh, and into the net. 5th service error in this contest, 3rd on the Tar Heels.
Yeah, North Carolina just having a bit of trouble with some of these serves. In Wisconsin, there's just not a team where you can give them those easy points off service errors.
Mimi Collier to the service line and back-to-back. We saw that in set number 1. After the first point went to the Badgers, we had back-to-back service errors, and now we see it again. Rachel talked about the nerves. Just when you're thinking about trying to be perfect, sometimes that can be the enemy of good.
Yeah, now we're seeing that with both teams. 3 service errors apiece.
Verbringer to Vigic in rhythm. Una Vigic up to 5 kills on 6 attacks.
Una Vigic has been so impressive this tournament. She did not play at all last season. So this is her first chance to actually get time on the court in the NCAA tournament. She's doing a great job. Nerves definitely not affecting her. She was great yesterday and she's been great tonight.
Another service error on the Badgers. They're up to 4 on the day. And yesterday they had a total of 5 against Eastern Illinois. So already approaching some uncharted waters.
Yeah, both teams they're really going to need to look to clean these serves up. You know, it's not the time to be giving your opponent easy points. Every point is going to matter at this stage.
Barron gets it over, and now is the recipient of a Grace Egan detonation. Egan up to 4 kills now. This Badger team hitting .478 so far this evening.
And they're doing just a great job just spreading the ball around, giving different players a chances on the attack, and Egan taking advantage, Vigic taking advantage.
Oh, Vigic and Andrew went up, but Thorpe got it between both of them with authority.
Yeah, great hit there by Thorpe. Vigic and Andrew going up, but a big gap in that Wisconsin back row. And Thorpe's able to find it, get it past the block, and able to get a point back for North Carolina, who's had a good start to this set after a bit of a slower start in set 1.
Verbringer, the back row attack to Collier. It is blocked but out of bounds, and Collier earns her 12th kill of the evening.
This is just unbelievable performance from Mimi Collier, doing it from all over the court. Another back row attack. As we've already said, one of the best in the nation and attacking from the back row.
What would be in all likelihood her final game in the field house. This time it's Allie Andrew on the overpass. Egan with a terrific serve.
Yeah, great serve from Grace Egan, who leads Wisconsin in aces this season. Hard to handle, bad service receive from UNC. That was one of the things they talked about they have to get right. It's just too easy for Alicia Andrew.
Now North Carolina back at you, Jackie Taylor. I threw you a grenade though, Carter. That was Una Vigic, the one on the serve for the Badgers. My apologies. Give credit to North Carolina. They're sticking around there within striking distance. And we saw how they did such a great job against UTEP in that 4th and final set where the Miners had their opportunities to fight back. They tied it a few times, but the Tar Heels did a great job of holding on to that lead or never relinquishing it outright. But now it is the Badgers who are in the driver's seat and the Tar Heels looking to play catch-up.
Yeah, and UNC's mentality this entire tournament has been so good. The way that they were able to respond after set 1 yesterday against UTEP, and the way that they've gotten better after set 1 today. Still find themselves behind, but they're competing at a much higher level here in set 2.
Hampton went crashing into the pole. Thorpe got the swing, but finished off by Collier again. Me Collier. A terrific showing early on. The Badgers lead by 5.
Again, Mimi Collier, unstoppable hit, but again, it's Grace Egan defensively making that possible. She's been so good defensively, and that's why she gets her chances on the attack, but she is contributing in a huge way on the defensive end.
Now the Badgers' run will be cut off. Compliments of the service error, their 5th, so now equaling the number from yesterday. But the Badgers still with that 4-point lead. North Carolina given opportunities to battle back. Season on the line for both of these teams. Tar Heels so good at making those adjustments and responding. Sienna Kaza, the strong serve. Furbinger the long set. Collier again. And this time she could not hit off the block. North Carolina cutting the deficit down to 3. Got to think this is some major points coming up.
Yeah, this is a really crucial point in this match. You know, for North Carolina, this is pretty much a set that they have to win. You know, going down 2 sets at Wisconsin, even though it's technically a neutral site game, being in this environment, down 2 sets feels like a death sentence. They need to get something out of this set.
Oh, the overpass, and Lauren Shutter finishes the job. Shutter was the recipient of a Shelly Furbinger setter dump earlier on, but a nice response. And you can see the blue cheesehead in the crowd. I believe that is, I'm not sure it's a specific person. We know that Lainey Smith's relatives are wearing the blue cheesehead, so I want to make sure they give them a shout out. Collier again. What I love most about that particular cheesehead is that you can see the little bit of yellow underneath it, so it's clear there's some spray paint on top with the artistic measure showing off this incredible Tar Heel fan base. But in the meantime, it is Mimi Collier again, her 14th kill on 23 attacks, hitting .478.
Yeah, we're just experiencing a Mimi Collier masterclass right now, and it is fun to watch.
Sienna Casa to Safi Hampton, an incredible dig from May. Hampton again, she's blocked!
Well, the Badger fans are loving that, and again, it's Carter Booth and Mimi Collier combining for the block. That Badger block always so effective. It's been incredibly effective ever since Carter Booth arrived in Madison. And that's the 2nd block today for Collier.
Furbinger now at the service line. May receives it well. Hampton the big attack. Now Furbinger a set to Egan. There's a reason why we play the games, and this has been a good one so far. That was Lainey Smith on the touch. Booth sends it over, the Badgers reload. Simon the bump set, Mimi Collier. Successfully recycled by the Badgers, but blocked! From the far side, the Badgers kept it up. From the near side, no doubt.
That UNC block is so good. We've already talked about it so much, and it's Lainey Smith and Lauren Shutter combining there with the rejection on Grace Egan, who's been having a really good day so far.
And the Tar Heels have cut it down to 4. Booth from the middle. May the nice play. Back row attack. And it caught off of Simon. North Carolina clawing their way back.
Yeah, this is a really great response from North Carolina in this environment. Able to cut into this lead, able to make things interesting. And that's a huge credit, again, to the coaching of Mike Shaw, where he's able to instill this mentality in his team that no matter what deficit they are in, they're going to respond well. Now another block.
You said it, Carter. Tar Heels now back-to-back. They had 30 blocks yesterday. And Egan from that near side, 2nd straight point. Tar Heel faithful getting loud.
It's another block for Smith and Shutter.
Now Hampton from the service line again. Badgers go back to the well from Mimi Collier. When in doubt, give it to 15.
It's a smart offensive play. UNC stringing together some points. So how does Wisconsin respond? They respond with Mimi Collier, their best offensive player, able to get a point back, able to stop that run.
Now Collier at the service line. Received confidently by May. Malone the push over the top. Furbringer to Booth. It's blocked, but it will sneak down on the wrong side of the net for the Tar Heels. Point for the Badgers.
And we've already touched on it a little bit, but Carter Booth has been so efficient offensively, and you just love to see the way that she's developed her game. She's always been known for her defense, but the way that her offense has stepped up this season has been so impressive and so crucial to this Badger team.
May with the very long set. Malone. And now Booth again. Straight at May. A diving play from Kaza. Free ball for the Badgers. This is Furbringer. This is Egan. Now Kaza sets it up. Malone again. An exciting point here from the fieldhouse. Vigic is blocked. Badgers recycle. Vigic another try. And now Kaza to Malone, a free ball. Furbringer. Egan. Just out.
And just another really, really fun rally to watch. Both these teams showing out so impressively. Egan trying to get it off the block.
You can see Egan wanted the challenge. Probably a good decision from Coach Kelly Sheffield to keep the green card on the desk. Maddie May, the libero. Oh, an impressive adjustment. The set from Hampton. This is Smith. Now Simon to Egan again. It is strong, and North Carolina has it within two.
And Grace Egan, she started this game so well hitting, had 5 kills before her first error, but now 4 errors on her last attempts. And UNC taking advantage, cutting it down to 2.
May with the float serve over the top. Back to Booth.
It's just like we talked about a little earlier with that last point from Mimi Collier for Wisconsin. UNC putting together a couple points. So where does Wisconsin go? Do they go to their best duo of Carter Booth and Charlie Furbringer to get a point back, get the side out, and get back to the service line?
Natalie Wardlow got an ace last time she filled that service role. Now a service error, a terrific read from the Tar Heels.
Yeah, and that one was so close to touching on that line, just missed outside.
And Booth will come back into the contest for Wardlow. Or no, in fact, Egan wants the response, and she has it.
Great response from Grace Egan, who had 4 straight errors since her last kill. Was able to get this one, get the point back again, side out, get Wisconsin back at the service line, an important point in this match.
It will be Egan, the strong server, who does the deed. Una Vigic tucks it in. Must be the difference of whether your season continues in the case of the Tar Heels, whether they advance to the round of 32 or potentially the round of 16. They're down 3 in set 2. Malone looking to cut into the deficit. Instead, it's Furbringer at the slide to Andrew. She's got it. Allie Andrew, quiet so far, her second kill on her 9th attack. But we know that she has just been nothing short of consistently impressive for the Badgers.
Yeah, she's just been a mainstay. She's the only player on this Wisconsin team who's played every set this season, and that's for a reason. That does not happen by accident, but the team is loaded as this Wisconsin roster.
Vigic, oh, what a play by May. Now the long set, Malone wants it, she has it. Unbelievable job from Zoe Barrett.
Yeah, great set by Barron. You could just see Bridget Malone immediately runs over to give Barron a hug before heading back to the bench. And it's another great play from Malone. Had a great first set. This is her first kill of set 2, but she's come up really big at times for North Carolina in this match.
The back row attack from Collier. May is a magician. Ooh, and maybe a setting error to Charlie Furbringer. Either way, a miscommunication. But Maddie May, just another unreal defensive play.
Yeah, great play by May. There's a reason why she's 3rd all-time in UNC history in digs. And the rare mistake setting from Charlie Furbringer.
Oh, Furbringer makes up for it, plus extra. Another successful setter dump, her 3rd kill.
I'm pretty sure she has been flawless so far this tournament on those setter dumps, and that just goes to show how smart of a player she is. She knows when to use that setter dump. She knows when to catch her opponents off guard. Everyone knows she's one of the best setters in the nation, but knowing when to set and when to attack is so vital.
Hampton in system. Sophie Hampton up to 7 kills. 5 errors to her ledger, but when she gets it going, she is unstoppable.
And she's heating up a bit in this second set when her team needs her to. Really important point there.
2-point game, Furbringer again. There is room up for grabs in the campfire.
Otherwise, I think I would not be able to hear it for the rest of the week.
What? Simon, a nice serve with a terrific response. Hampton again. Watch out, Wisconsin. Sophie Hampton is coming up big when it counts.
UNC going right to their best attacker, to their first team All-ACC attacker when they need a point. And of course, she's going to deliver because that's the type of player she is. Sophie Hampton has had a career high in kills this season.
Sienna Kaza gets it away. Furbringer to Collier. Off the block, out of bounds. Point Wisconsin. Set point in set 2 for the Badgers, and the field house is on its feet. Charlie Furbringer at the service line. Casa to set. Hampton over the top. No reason to take such a risk, but she is all about winning. Speaking of which, Collier gets set 3 started.
And once again, Wisconsin just going right to their best attacker to start the set. They weren't able to get the first point in set 2, but just like how they started this match, able to start set 3 ahead.
Simon to the service line. Barrett sets it up. Hampton again. Sophie Hampton is in rhythm, her 9th kill.
And Sophie Hampton started the match a bit slow, but she's really heated up at the end of that second set. And a good start to set number 3. Really powerful kill.
Thorpe finishes the job. Back-to-back confident points from the Tar Heels. They take a set lead.
Good play by Thorpe, taking advantage of a Wisconsin miscue, but it all starts from the serve from Jackie Taylor, getting Wisconsin out of system. Not quite as good of a serve there, though.
And North Carolina's lead in the 3rd set now is tied. Charlie Furbringer, 27 assists. Wisconsin 2nd in the nation in assists per set. Oh, and Furbringer sneaks it through. That short serve, almost akin to a changeup. And Wisconsin claims their 7th ace of the contest.
Yeah, it just looked a bit weird. It looked like Shutter thought it was going out. And that movement from Shutter just put Sophie Hampton off a bit, and she wasn't able to react quite in time to receive that serve.
This time, Shutter was on it, and Thorpe detonates. Chelsea Thorpe up to 5 kills. No errors to her name. She was so terrific yesterday. You got to think that just getting her rolling again. There's just so many talented attackers for North Carolina. They can give the Badgers their A stuff. Not only can they win this set, they can make this a serious game. Egan the push over the top, and it is out of bounds. 5th error for Grace Egan.
Yeah, Egan started really well. Hasn't been able to stay in that kind of rhythm that she started this game, though. Just trying to get that little dump over the block, but puts it out.
Furbringer to Egan, a spot of revenge.
Now that's one of the reasons why players want to come play for Wisconsin. You know, Grace Egan just gave up a point to North Carolina on that last play, but it doesn't matter. Wisconsin's going to go right back to her, and she's able to deliver. You know, that helps keep confidence high for your players when you continue to trust them even after they make mistakes.
Casa, the long set to Hampton. Creatively gets it to the other side. Vigic over the top, touched by Shutter. And Wisconsin reclaims the lead.
Tough start to the set for Lauren Shutter. That's second defensive miscue, just giving Wisconsin a point. Just trying to get a piece of it to keep it alive, but didn't know that she had teammates behind her who were going for it. Just a little bit of miscommunication.
Casa the set. Hampton got it. So much power, but also a lot of creativity going cross court and finding some success off the block. I believe is the point now going to go to the Badgers.
Yeah, looks like they said no touch.
So a very quick change. And Mimi Collier catches the Tar Heels out of system. Furbringer to Booth. Casa keeps it up, but it will not be enough.
Again, just another great hit from Carter Booth. So efficient attacking-wise, and she just gets so much power behind it. Casa did a good job getting behind it, but that power causes it to just continue to go out of bounds.
Now Mimi Collier. Service error, 7th for the Badgers, 5 for the Tar Heels. No aces for the Tar Heels, 2 for Wisconsin.
And neither team has had a whole lot of success serving in this match. You know, Kelly Sheffield, if this match does go the way it's looking like it will, definitely going to need to be working on serving before the round of 16 game.
May slides in. That was Casa, and that was Lainey Smith. Smith, her second kill, deadly efficient yesterday.
Just another one of those talented attackers for North Carolina as they're trying to spread the ball out a bit more, get more players involved in this really crucial moment when their backs are against the wall.
And a wet spot on the floor. This young man swinging away, and now he will leave the court. So fun watching the floor crew. That's got to be so exciting. Got the best view in the house, get to contribute to the action, make sure the game goes as scheduled. Just so much fun here at the Fieldhouse. Furbringer to Booth, off the block, out of bounds.
Now 6 kills, no errors for Carter Booth. Again, just so efficient offensively. That's how she's been able to bring a whole new dimension to her game this season. One of the leaders on this team, delivering when her team needs it.
Madison Quest checks into the game. A nice serve, but May keeps it up. Now the back set to Egan. Oh, Casa with the strong play. Bump set from May. Smith finishes it off.
Another good response from Lainey Smith in North Carolina. And they're doing the same thing that they did against UTEP yesterday, even though the set results aren't going the way they want, but they're getting better as the game goes on. And again, that's just a testament to amazing coaching.
May the serve. Vigic. Ooh, Hampton goes way up. Now Malone. Well placed, but Simon was there. Vigic slides it down the block. Una Vigic, a very strong showing, her 8th kill on 15 attacks, hitting over 500.
And no errors for Vigic, who's been fantastic in this tournament so far. But once again, it's Kristen Simon with a great defensive play to set that up.
North Carolina caught out a system after the Egan serve. Andrew has to tap it, it's blocked. Now from the other side, blocked again, Wisconsin recycles again. Vigic tees it up.
You know, if you're North Carolina, that's one of those plays where you just have to put your hands up. The block did well to keep Wisconsin on their toes there. But Una Vigic, just another great hit from her to get another point. North Carolina is doing everything they can right now, but Wisconsin is just on another level.
Wisconsin hitting over 400 in the match. That will belong to the Tar Heels. A kill for Lainey Smith, her 4th. Chelsea Thorpe checking in for the Tar Heels. Go ahead, Carter.
Yeah, Smith, she's just coming alive in this set. Just when some of her teammates not producing the way that they've been able to this season, but she's stepping up in a big moment.
Vigic is blocked. Jackie Taylor in there. And North Carolina's block has came to play. They're up to 5. Andrew off the side. Now Collier from the back row. May is there. Barron to Malone. And now Thorpe from the other side. High in the air. Simon the long set. Vigic steps in. Now May. This is Thorpe. And set 3 is tied. 10 apiece here at the Fieldhouse.
Chelsea Thorpe, she is fired up. Great play from her, contributing on the defensive side as well as the offensive side, putting it off the block, putting it out of bounds, tying this set.
A 3-0 run for the Tar Heels. Vigic breaks it up.
Una Vigic, she's going to be a player that everyone in the nation is going to need to keep their eyes on for a long time.
Yeah, missed last year due to injury, but got so much experience just shadowing this team, keeping that eligibility. No doubt a bright future ahead. Barron, strong set. Malone gets the kill.
And there's another player that everyone in college volleyball is going to need to pay attention to in the future. Bridget Malone, her second NCAA tournament game of her career as a freshman, and she is playing fantastic. That's 6 kills for her, no errors.
Julia Bollinger with the serve. The long set, Collier, May again. Now Hampton over the top. Furbringer keeps it on the side of the Tar Heels. Thorpe gives possession back to the Badgers. This is Collier. Mimi Collier, her 18th kill.
And North Carolina doing a good job to tie this set a couple times. So what does Wisconsin do? They go to Mimi Collier, and as you mentioned, 18 kills for her.
North Carolina hitting 467, and that number will go up, 467 in this set. Wisconsin a touch over 300. North Carolina ties it again.
Again, great response from North Carolina. Jackie Taylor this time. They're just getting better and better as this match goes on, and so far this set they've had an answer for everything Wisconsin has thrown at them.
The back set to Booth. Badgers regather. Simon to Collier from the other side. She's blocked. But the Tar Heels touch the net. The point belongs to the Badgers.
Well, that is so unfortunate for North Carolina. Again, that block doing a good job, but just a little touch on the net. And it looks like it was Shutter. She's not having a good set. It's just another small mistake that has such a big impact.
It was pretty clear and obvious, to use an officiating bingo term.
Yeah, it could just be one of those moments where he knows that his team is in a really tough position with their backs against the wall, just trying to find any little thing to get points back and try to stay alive in this match.
Charlie Furbringer, handled by May. Thorpe glides in, and we are tied again. North Carolina continues to knock at the door.
Now 7 kills for Chelsea Thorpe. That's second on the team. Coming up in a big moment once again in this third set. She's one of those players that is going to need to show up for North Carolina to keep this match going. She's showing why she was second team All-ACC.
Sienna Caza with the serve. It's a good one. Furbringer. Collier. May is there. Ooh, the swing from Hampton. Caught out of system. Collier again. She's got it. A back and forth battle in set number 3. And Mimi Collier continuing to just throw haymakers. And now she will head to the service line.
20 kill game for her.
Kaza the nice set. Hampton. Now Kaza will set it up from the other side. Lainey Smith ties it again. Back and forth we go. Can the Tar Heels claim that oh-so coveted lead?
North Carolina doing a great job in this set, spreading the ball out, getting all their attackers involved. We've seen Thorpe get some nice points, Jackie Taylor, and now Lainey Smith to once again get us tied.
Sophie Hampton at the service line. Verbringer to Booth, she's blocked. Wisconsin hanging on. Egan over the top, placed well. So many times in set 3. Wisconsin with the lead, almost an ace, but Casa glides in. Smith again. And we are tied once more.
North Carolina, they just won't go away, and again, it's Lainey Smith. She's having a great third set. Good first hit. Collier with the dig, but just too much power behind it to keep it on the Wisconsin side, and Smith able to track it, get the kill.
Set 3 has had 10 total ties, 4 lead changes, most at the start. Oh, Mimi Collier straight to the Dome of May.
As good as Maddie May is, and as good as she has been in this match, there's just nothing you could do about that. Just another incredible attack from Mimi Collier.
North Carolina, compliments of Smith, but she is blocked, and Wisconsin increases the lead to 2. But now
led to that. It looked clean initially from our view, but of course, officials much better position for that.
Oh, Verbringer is blocked on the center dump, and the Tar Heels take the lead. Verbringer has tried it and has had success, but this time the Tar Heels are on it. Compliments of Jackie Taylor.
And North Carolina able to take the lead now in this set, and it all comes from that 5th ranked Tar Heel block.
Vigic lines it up, and this time it's the Badgers tying it up.
Vigic now able to go past the mark that she set yesterday with 10 kills. This is her 11th. Just love the confidence from Vigic. Again, as we've already mentioned, this is her first time in the tournament. But just watching her play, you would not believe that's true.
And the Tar Heels retake the lead, a service error on Vigic. And Wisconsin just not as confident in serve receive as they were. Look at the Badger band. You said, Carter, that the Badger graphics on the video board have been stripped away. It's supposed to be a neutral site, but when you are playing at the field house, when you're playing against the Badgers, there is no such thing as neutral. Collier, blocked. Ooh, Simon somehow keeps it away from the net. A free ball for North Carolina. Thorpe to extend the lead. Instead, we're tied. Collier blocked on one end, raises the roof on the other.
That North Carolina block has come up big in so many moments, but now the Badger block responding, and Collier, again, she can do it so many different ways. Offensively, defensively, it doesn't matter. She's going to deliver when her team needs her to.
Last, a candidate for Big Ten Player of the Year. Will definitely be in the conversation for National Player of the Year.
If she continues to put up performances like this, she's going to make it really tough for the voters to decide who wins that award.
Hampton, and that will touch the hardwood. We are tied at 19. The race to 20 is going to be a close one. Jackie Taylor at the service line.
It's really just two heavyweights just exchanging punches right now.
Verbringer glides in. Collier will give it a try, but instead it is long, and the Tar Heels make it to 20. Moments, they have a lead in set 3, looking to keep their season alive. Taylor with the serve. Verbringer to Mimi Collier. Kept up by Bollinger. The long set, but Hampton was caught out of system. Another try, this time from Booth. Tied at 20, set 3, due for a thriller.
Carter Booth coming up in a big moment. She was on that Final Four team 2 years ago for Wisconsin. She knows how to win in these close tournament games. Really nice placement with that kill.
Gut check time here at the Fieldhouse. Verbringer to serve. This is Thorpe. Now Collier in return. Hampton another try. She's got it. Sophie Hampton, her 11th kill of the contest.
The best players for both these teams are showing up in the biggest moments. Sophie Hampton, great job getting it through the blocks, squeezing it through Egan and Booth, and getting it down in front of Vigic. Again, North Carolina able to take the lead in this set. This has been incredibly impressive from the Tar Heels.
Costa at the service line. Booth ties it.
The best players make the big plays in the big games, and that's exactly what Carter Booth is doing. Again, a hugely important point for the Badgers. They're not going to want this to go to 4. They want to close it out now.
16 ties in set number 3. 7 total lead changes. A duel at the net, kept away. Big swing from Hampton.
I just love the aggressiveness from Sophie Hampton in this huge moment, attacking that Badger block. Again, squeezes it past Egan and Booth and able to get it out of reach of Kristen Simon, which it's not easy with how well Kristen Simon has been playing these past 2 games defensively. Another great point and a great offensive play from North Carolina.
Tar Heels hitting over 400 in set 3. Egan, we are tied at 22. Grace Egan up to 11 kills now. And Wisconsin, not so bad at their own on offense, 351. Who will blink first? As Miley Chan checks in for the Badgers. Now North Carolina will call timeout.
Be very dedicated to be doing that in December in Madison. It has been very cold in this city recently, but that shows how much these fans care.
Chan remains at the service line. Handled confidently by North Carolina. Malone with the swing. Chan glides in. And that's Trinity Shad's series for the Badgers. A series of moves in the lineup for Wisconsin. Egan off the block. The new Badgers check in and they have made their mark. Wisconsin takes the lead in the tail end of set 3.
Just listen to the roar of the fieldhouse after that point. Grace Egan, another huge hit, one of 3 players with double-digit kills today for Wisconsin.
Both Shad series and Chan will remain on the floor. Kaza, oh, a block! Shad series in the mix of it. She is having a moment.
Just imagine you've been sitting on the bench all game long, and then the biggest moment in set 3, a chance to send your team to the semifinals of the region. And Trinity Shad series, she was a huge part of that last point, and now a big block.
Set point, match point for the Badgers. Tar Heels with their back up against the wall. The back row attack, and off of Chan, into the crowd. North Carolina, their biggest point of their season. It's been a special season for the Tar Heels, but they have the chance to make it magical. Maddie May de Libero at the service line. Crowd on its feet. Verbringer. Vigic is blocked. And we are tied at 24. Verbringer the set. Egan caught out of system. Now another try, and it is set point North Carolina. Wisconsin on the verge of a sweep. But North Carolina, an incredible response. A 3-0 scoring run. Collier from the back row for the tie. Oh, what a play by May. For set 3, Malone. Over to Simon. This is Vigic, and we are tied again. Incredible defensive plays left and right. And Shad Series will check back in for the Badgers. Coach Sheffield riding with the hot hand. This is Grace Egan at the service line. Kaz with a long set. Malone. Right at Collier. Now Shad series. Malone the tapper over the top. Furbringer off the slide to Andrew.
Another one of Wisconsin's most experienced players, Alicia Andrew. Huge moment on the slide, perfectly placed.
Grace Egan at the service line. Kaz with a long set. Now Malone keeps the season alive for the Tar Heels. The back row attack from Collier. Of course it's her.